The boy went to check on the girl in their secret base, but she refused to speak to him. Concerned about her sadness, he thought about how he could comfort her, and decided to offer her his most cherished possessions. Seeing his sincerity, the girl finally opened up to him. She revealed that it had already been over 100 days since her mother had left, and she no longer believed her mother would return. Wanting to console her, the boy sat beside her, and his presence helped ease her pain. After a while, the girl asked the boy if she can really eat his cookie. Noticing his reaction, his eyes lighting up and his mouth watering, she decided to share it with him instead. Later, she picked up the sponsor letter he had received and offered to read it to him, as he could not read. The letter contained only 2 words, "Hello there," written in messy handwriting. Confused by the simplicity of the message, she checked the envelope for anything else. Suddenly, a beautiful glass flower slipped out and landed in the floor. The boy stared at the flower, mesmerized by its beauty. He held onto it throughout the day, even keeping it close as he lay in bed that night. When he brought it to his nose, he was captivated by its scent, a fragrance reminiscent of wildflowers. Enveloped in its soothing aroma, he soon fell asleep. The next day, when the bell rang, the teacher once again called Mori's name. She held another letter in her hand, accompanied by numerous gifts. The entire class was astonished at the generosity of his sponsor. As the girl read him the letter, she remained puzzled by the fact that it contained only simple words written in the same messy handwriting. Meanwhile, Mori was too engrossed in his gifts to pay attention to anything else. His friends speculated about the identity of his sponsor, wondering if it was someone wealthy and kind or if there were hidden motives behind the gifts. Mori, however, was more focused on the colorful crayons he had received. Unfamiliar with their purpose, he attempted to eat one, only for the girl to stop him just in time. She demonstrated how crayons were used, and when he saw them leave marks on paper, he was shocked and fascinated. The following day, as the weather was pleasant, the director asked the children to help with the laundry. Excited, they eagerly rolled up their pants and joined in. While most of the children seemed to enjoy the task, the girl appeared less enthusiastic. Mori, on the other hand, enjoyed it a little too much. Overcome with excitement, he began jumping in the tub. The girl tried to calm him down, but before she could, she suddenly heard a familiar voice call out her name. "Diana!" She turned around and saw her mother running toward her. Overwhelmed with joy, she abandoned everything and ran straight into her mother's arms. After hundreds of days of waiting, they were finally reunited. The boy watched the scene unfold, and for the first time, he wondered if he, too, would ever get the chance to embrace his own mother. Soon, the day of the girl's departure arrived. Her eyes were swollen from the tears of happiness she had shed. Before leaving, she advised Mori to be careful with his eating habits and handed him her shoes along with a few of her other cherished belongings. Unable to contain her emotions, she hugged him tightly and wished him happiness. Mori, happy for her, returned the hug. That day, everyone at the Child Protection Center gathered to bid her farewell. At last, she returned to her family. Once again, the boy found himself sitting alone on the hill. Though the absence of his friend left a deep void, he did not feel lonely. The letters and gifts from his sponsor were still with him, providing warmth and companionship. The cloak he had received was as soft as the warm sunlight. The colorful crayons and the talking doll brought him joy, and the letters carried the fragrance of wildflowers. As he looked at them, he found himself wondering about his sponsor. Recalling the image of his friend embracing her mother, he pondered a thought. Could this person be his mother? Unable to suppress his curiosity any longer, the boy packed his belongings into the bag his friend gave him. That night, wrapped in the red cloak he treasured, he gazed at the distant orphanage one last time. With a deep breath, he stepped forward. One step, then another, and so he set off on an unknown path to find his mother.